actual express misconduct. I mean, that's only like 16 deaths a year. I mean, sweep it under the rug, it's whatever. So, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. Whatever. You know what? 16 people dead each year is a lot when the number of people killed by people who are supposed to protect them in their society should be zero. But they are killing them for nothing. Police claim that they are only defending themselves, though the main suspects are unharmed and about to be harmed. And police are learning more than, and police have learned more than how to just fire a gun and to swing a baton. I mean, in my pure adolescence, even I recognized that a country divided is not a country at all. I recognize that tension between the protector and the protected equals no protection at all. I mean, think. There is no explanation that can justify police misconduct. Please recognize that pulling and dragging a girl outside for disrupting class, this is my country, but it doesn't feel like mine. I don't belong. In a place where a young black boy gets killed for walking down the street with a bag of Skittles for defense, so the police officer must defeat him by shooting him? How can students focus on education when he or she is afraid to be tased for having his fingers misplaced in his pocket? In this place of racial identity and stereotypical expectation, can't you see that this world is not a vacation, it's a place of annihilation? Riots are burning streets and poles, and no officer stops to think of the toll a bullet takes on a family, and a brother, and a sister, and a mother, and a child. We are becoming like lions being poached in the wild. A steadfast shot in the head for running a mile. Think of the watering eyes of an innocent child who's dressing for her very first funeral ever. Her sister has been killed because an officer decided to beat her for disrupting a class. I come from a family where a man never handles a woman in such a matter and definitely never beat for uncanny banter. I announce that this is brutal. This is to be a land of freedom and new beginnings. Despite history of torture and lynching, there are blacks, whites, Indians, greens, blues, and oranges who come here for liberty, yet evolution must have skipped police because we still have to shed red or admit defeat. What are you trying to teach? The government is letting all this take place and letting police be prejudiced over race. There's no debate. This is a disgrace. Mass populations are made of individual laces of truth and lies mixed in, and no one to stand up for the truth. If the government won't stand for our natural right, then why the misconception of calling it a free life? We need to shed some light on a nation anything but united. This is brutal. Brutal truth in the nation's night.